This is the first game I've played on Roblox, and I wanted to know why it was so popular, why people keep playing it so much, and what makes it addictive. Okay? It's a tactics game. Whoever designed this game, the dude that designed it, is really, 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 really smart. Okay? And nobody gets this. Alright? Nobody understands this. Now, again, this is a game of control and tactics. They all think a bigger bullet and a bigger gun is gonna save them, but it's not. Okay? Alright? This game is all about, at the end of the day, this box right here. Okay? The zombies, their goal is to push everyone to the revive box and consistently kill them so that they can't revive each other and get enough points so everybody dies. Alright? So rule number 1 in this game is do not go near the revive box. You must make your stand and force all of the zombies away from the revive box. Okay? Does that make sense? So look, on every map there is a big space like this right here that is away from the revive box, except for the little tiny small one, but it's still the same principle. Alright? Everybody just runs backwards like a little girl and shoots like this. When you run backwards through a zombie, it takes more health because they go through you. Alright? The first trick in this game is to control these guys. Watch. Watch how I control them. You see that? I can steer these and make them go anywhere I want. And then you round them up in a pile and you take out 30 or 50 or 100 at a time. Okay? Alright, now look, when you kill a zombie, there are respawners all around the map out there and you can't see them. When I kill this guy right here, he gets respawned to the closest respawner to where he dies. Alright? So if I kill all these zombies right here, especially in the later levels, because that's what all these tactics are about, if I keep killing them here, they're just going to keep respawning close to here. Yes, it'll throw some in the other doors, blah, blah, blah. But the trick is you want to kill all of them in the spot farthest away from the map. That way, if you're playing by yourself in later levels, you can always run around the map and get back to the revive box. And when you do that, don't be killing zombies over here or on any of the map. Each map has a spot where you're supposed to kill them. Okay? So now that I got this, my thing, blah, 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 I'm going to run back down here. And I'm going to kill them all down here. Now, each map has a loop that each map is made to be played by yourself. But if you're a team, like this map, you want your team to set up like right here. You want to put your drop boxes right here. You want your team to run in a circle right here and kill all the bad guys. Okay? And then the runner runs around the sidewalk or the outside of the map, preferably zigzagging between all, and rounds all them up, okay, and brings them back to the team. Watch. I'm going to grab all these zombies, I'm going to round them up in a pile, and I'm going to take them back here and run by the team. I'm not going to run through the team. If the team was standing here, I'm going to run by them. And then the team can shoot them. All right? Now look, the zombies have a sphere around them. Their AI tracking, and it looks like their first step or command is to path follow. So if they're walking and they see this wall, they'll turn and go like this. If they're walking and see this wall, they'll turn and go like this. And I'm not sure, but it looks like they're going upstairs takes priority over going flat or down. So when you're playing by yourself, all of them will always follow you, no matter what. If there's a team and you get to, and I'm leading these and controlling these, and you cross into their bubble, they'll turn and follow you. And then I can't control them, and they'll crisscross. And what happens is everybody wants to run around all scattered on the map, and they want to just run around like idiots. And that causes the zombies to spread out statically even across the map. You don't want to do that. You want to keep them all in a line. And look how many I just rounded up. Look, watch. Like this is how you play the game by yourself. You have to round them up and take out 100 at a time. Because in like round 60, there's just so many that you must use tactics or you can't control them, and they just swarm and go everywhere. All right? Does that make sense? Now, the trick is to find the loop pattern of the map, use the buildings and the obstacles to tie them up, okay? Because later there's just so many, if you don't control them and tie them in a knot and bind them up in the obstacles, they're just going to overwhelm you. Everybody likes to go hide by the revive box up here. That's the dumbest thing you can do, because they want to push you to the revive box right here and cause you to constantly revive each other. And once people start playing revive bingo with each other, you can't get enough points back to buy a revive and everybody dies. Excuse me. All right. Now look, you can jump over them with taking minimal damage, and you can run right by them. Okay? See that? Look, watch. And to be really good, you must use a controller. If you use a mouse and a keyboard, it's too clunky and you can't move like this. Movement and control is 95% of this game. The other 5 is giant explosions later on. It becomes rocket launcher bingo. Look. So what happens is everybody thinks, oh, I'm going to get the big sniper rifle with big damage. The problem is you're only shooting one at a time. And when there's, when you're like level 60 or so, there's so many that shooting one at a time doesn't work. Okay? Does that make sense? So on each map, there's a strategic point where the team would stand, and that here on this map would be like right here. And then there's a loop for the runner to run and round them up and bring them by the team. The runner can't run through the team because he'll just drag them all into the team. And if the team like stands back here and doesn't move, the runner can just run them right by. Like he can just run them by like a train, and the zombies won't even see you if you don't move. And then the team can just pick them off. But what happens is when everybody scatters out, you can't control them, and they just go everywhere and swarm. Okay? Does that make sense? And yes, it's the runner's job to keep the turrets going in later levels. All right. Barricades. Barricades are a trap, especially if you're playing alone. Because what happens is say I go and I kill all 50 of these 20 or whatever of these dudes right here, it'll respawn them to the closest door. Like that door there, that door over here. And then when the barricade's up, when you kill that many in one area, it'll spawn so many at these doors right here. It'll spawn like 6 or 7 per door, and they'll all break through the barricades at the same time. You don't want that, because then you get swarmed and you can't control them anymore. So barricades are a trap. Running backwards is a trap. The mystery box is a trap. Upstairs and basements are traps. And nobody gets that. Everybody plays this game wrong. Seriously. It's about controlling the zombies. Look, watch. It's about controlling them and killing them in a certain spot. On this map, when I'm by myself, I just run this. I run the sidewalk, and then I'll weave them in it when there's so many. When there's just too many, I'll run the sidewalk, and then I'll run them through the buildings and stuff. To tie them up and bind them. That way I can come out here and take a break. See, look, I can breathe. I can take a shot. I can, position myself. I can, get away from them, run away from them, get a shot. And then you can come down here and you can just unload a clip. The shotgun's the best because it has the widest spread. then you can just run right by them. Run, jump, 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 jump. Turn around and unload a clip. Like this gun takes forever to reload. So learn the reload. Whenever you know you're out is when it's time to reload, you got to run and jump. Get your distance from them. Come back and unload. But again, eventually it becomes rocket launcher bingo, and the guns just don't do it anymore. You got to use the rocket launcher. Like at the end of the day, this thing right here is the way to go. And if you're playing alone, you will go down. Okay. So the trick is when you go down and you revive, you want to throw dynamite or grenades to the revive box. Have your grenade launcher open. Blast a path to the revive box. Use the revive box. Blast with the rockets and run away. Keep them away from the revive box. Now look, that building is full of them now. There's 20 of them in there. And if anybody was in there hiding behind the revive box, when you run in there to get health, 1, you can't get it. 2, they're going to die. Look, it's full of them. Look, see that? Next video.